You might not appreciate it now, but this is an unbelievable opportunity. Emphasis on unbelievable. You heard what my old teacher said. I remember what they said, Joey's father cut in. That's why they're your old teachers. Joey scrunched up his face. Joey's teachers at Francis A. Sinatra Junior High had been convinced his perfect test scores were some kind of fluke. A glitch in the grading machine, perhaps. At home, the reaction was different. Years of slacking had come back to bite Joey in the neck. His lackluster academic track record was now the reason his parents suddenly thought he was some kind of prodigy. He's not lazy, he just needs to be challenged more. They were acting like he was the next Tony Stark. It was a disaster. Joey's mom and dad wasted no time enrolling him in a special school for gifted and talented students. Joey didn't know if Exemplar Academy was the best school in the world or not, but he was pretty sure it was the most demanding. Their motto boasted, "Our students change the world," which Joey thought was a lot of pressure to put on a 13-year-old. He looked around the train. It was filled with people carrying homemade signs, on their way to various Earth Day marches, demonstrations, and events. A young girl passing through the train car handed Joey and his father pamphlets that read, "Save the Planet," in big, bold letters. "Thanks," Joey said, tucking the paper into his pocket. "I'll get right on that." Joey's father frowned at him. "Don't be mean." The girl continued down the aisle, unfazed. Joey felt bad afterward about being snarky with her. He wasn't trying to be mean. She had just gotten him in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong message. He didn't want to change the world. When did that become his responsibility? Just because he'd scored in the 99th percentile on every test that mattered, he was expected to do the impossible all of a sudden? Joey didn't care what anybody said. He wasn't a genius. He was a normal kid. He had tried explaining that to his mom and dad, but they were too proud of his test scores to listen to reason. For them, it was like winning the lottery. They had visions of Ivy League scholarships dancing in their heads. The truth was, Joey was not a great student. He was a great test taker. That was why he had always done well enough in school, earning B's and the occasional C without trying very hard. His days of getting away with that were over. "This is a total waste of time. I'm going to flunk out of that school in a week." Joey squirmed in his seat, attempting to get comfortable, smushed between his father and the window as a group of eager environmentalists crowded in. He opened his phone looking for a digital escape. Every part of him wanted off that train. "You're not going to flunk out of anything," his father told him. "I don't belong there. The kids at Exemplar are all super brainiacs." Joey's father smirked. "Don't take this the wrong way, but you're a super brainiac too." "Dad," Joey said in a lecturing tone, "how many times do I have to tell you? Those test scores, they don't mean anything. There's a trick to doing well on tests like that." The way Joey saw it, a real genius would have known the subjects he'd been tested on backward and forward. That wasn't him. He was an expert on Star Wars, Harry Potter, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That was about it. When it came to literature, he had encyclopedic knowledge of comic book continuity. Not exactly the stuff global leaders were made out of. Joey hadn't done well because he understood the material on the tests. He had done well because he understood the questions on the page. There were hints to what the answers were hidden inside of each question. Joey spotted traps that test makers laid to lure students into choosing wrong answers and clues that helped him zero in on the right ones. That had always been enough for him to get by, but he couldn't get away with those tricks forever. At Exemplar Academy, Joey was finally going to come up against a real challenge. And when that day came, things would get ugly. "Try to relax," Joey's father told him. "You already got into the school. The hard part's over with. What you have this morning is just a placement test." Joey scoffed.